Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome today.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercing?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
I'll just kill some random dude.
His wishes a blowjob.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail and necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
Armchair hater, I wouldn't piss on your coffin, but when I see your picture, I draw dicks on
And
it.
on the other side of the table, Dr. Syintist.
Okay. Where do I put my feet?
And my name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, for if knowledge is power, then a god am I. Was that over the top? I can never tell. Welcome to Plotty Time. So, one little tiny piece for the crevice, and it's not even a correction. We just said we were going to look up the kid's name.
We never did.
Don't even remember what kid you're talking about.
In
The kid.
the character in Freedom Fighters
Yeah.
from last week.
There was a kid?
The only cool character.
Oh, the hacker. The hacker. Okay.
Yeah, his name is Din the Kid Nguyen. So he did have I don't think they mentioned that in the game at all.
No.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the actor, but that's the character's name.
That's the character's name. And, you know, he's it's in the extended Freedom Fighters lore, I guess.
The FFU.
Entire name. Exactly. The FFU. So, speaking of FU, let's go ahead and go into what do we play, what do we watch, what we do, what's going on with you, Dr. Scientist.
Well, I finished WandaVision and Dragon Ball Super this week.
Ooh, WandaVision's over?
Yeah. It's good.
Big week.
Yeah. It's one. Well, I mean, I could say it's the best Marvel thing in a couple years, but there hasn't been anything else Marvel in a couple years, so.
It's true.
That's a good point.
But no,
I'm going to check it out for sure, but not until 30 days have passed, because I don't want to encourage this behavior.
Oh, you're talking about the episode.
Good job.
episodic release.
Yeah, the weekly episode release is
Yeah,
not.
you showed them.
Yeah. It's very, very strong of you.
I mean, who are we without our integrity, right?
We have integrity.
Well, humans do.
Oh, humans do. It's something humans have.
Yeah, there we go.
I've heard.
Perfect.
I watched this movie called Death of Me. I'm surprised Chump Slap hasn't seen
Are
it.
you sure? Is it the one where they're on vacation?
Yeah, they wake up and there's a video of him killing her.
I liked it.
Oh, yeah, you talked about that one, I believe.
I
keep
did.
seeing it on Netflix, and I never click on it.
I don't remember if you did, but yeah, either way, it's all right. It's all right. I've seen a lot worse on Amazon.
Yeah, true.
Is it like if you're in the mood for something spooky, it'll do? That kind of movie?
Kinda. It's
Okay.
kind of
Is that the one with the
psychological horror.
hurricane coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this couple goes out and they don't remember the night before, and then they start watching their phone, and there's a video of the guy killing the woman,
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
and
Whoa.
they're both there watching the video, and
Of him killing her?
yeah,
Yeah. And then they just try to figure out what the fuck was going on.
Just tell me this, please. Just answer this for me. Is the ending aliens?
No.
Okay, then I'll watch it. Because I'm sick of the alien cop-out bullshit.
what is it happening too much?
Sick
for
of
you?
it.
I don't even remember the last time I saw aliens.
Way too much. Like, dude, do you remember fucking Stephen King's Dreamcatcher, that movie, where it started out so cool with this...
I don't remember it starting out cool.
Yeah, wait, you don't remember the guys like parasite bugs coming out their ass?
Yeah, I missed the cool part.
That was
love-
the cool part.
Chump Slap, I love how you know exactly what I'm talking about and the part I'm talking about. But yeah, it started off strong, and you're like, oh boy, where's this going to go? I'm in for this ride. And then like, I don't know, aliens. It's aliens.
It's a lot like another movie,
It is.
but I'm not going to say which one because that'll probably ruin the ending for you.
Okay.
It's definitely worth a watch, though.
Yeah, it's good. If you're stuck on Amazon movies, it's definitely high tier Amazon movie.
I thought it was on Netflix.
Oh, I saw it on
Oh,
Prime.
maybe it's new to Prime.
I'll add it to my list. I got through my list a little bit this week. I'll talk about it. But anyway, what else do you watch?
That's it. And I played Cuphead all the way through this week.
Is it hard?
Yeah,
Is it like pixel perfect hard, or is
No.
it just
it's
knowing the enemies,
knowing the enemies.
like Dark Souls hard?
Kind of. But it was entertaining. It was fun hard. Although some of them were frustrating. That fucking dragon pissed me off. But
Is the music awesome?
I don't listen to music on video games at all.
What?
If I listened to music, I couldn't watch my other TV.
but it's part of the whole.
I like the
immersive.
you still have the art aesthetic, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah, the art's awesome looking.
But I can't even remember the last time I listened to anything in a video game. And I always, when I first start them, I always turn the music all the way down on every game. I just leave the ambient noises and the talking up in case I don't mute it.
You learn something new about the Syintist every day.
I mean, I kind of get it. There's a lot of I get mad because obviously I have the 2 living room TVs, one for
Obviously,
movies or TV
yes.
and one for video games.
So, yeah,
and when I play a
it's
video game
America.
I have to concentrate on, I get mad about it.
Yeah.
Like fuck story. All right, let's go ahead and.
And I really hate in games when they try and make music make you feel all emotional.
I love the music. It's the only way I feel anything. Anyway,
through the island rhythm. All right.
Anyway, that's all I got this week. So you go right ahead into your movie list there, Poppascotch.
Ooh, thanks. I will. I had a list of 5 movies to watch. I only watched 2 of them, but still, hey, better than
close.
nothing.
Yeah.
I watched Tenet,
Oh yeah.
which, I was a little too intoxicated to understand what was going on.
It's not there for understanding.
No, it was. Once I understood what they were doing, it made more sense. But the whole ending sequence, that whole fight at the end, I didn't get the I didn't understand any of it. I had to watch several YouTube videos just to understand what happened. So if you're in the mood to watch a movie that has some pretty good action sequences, and you want to watch several YouTube videos and spend another hour just to figure out what happened, boy, Tenet's for you.
Yeah, I don't think you need the YouTube videos. I mean, you can figure it out. I'm sure scientists will figure it out.
I wasn't listening.
It's like time travel shit, like how you figure.
Tenet?
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably watched a movie named that, but it's not the same one.
I mean, you like time travel movies, right, Dr. Scientist?
Sometimes, if they're realistic.
Like Back to the Future.
Yep.
It's an American classic. But other than that, I did say after I got the concept and thought about it more, I did like it. But other than that, I watched, despite Chump Slap's recommendation to not watch it, I watched the Point Break remake. Oh,
Get the fuck
boy.
out of here.
I was like, there's no way it could be as bad as Chump Slap. No, it was worse.
Yeah.
It was trash.
It was a waste of an hour and a half, 2 hours, however long it was.
I just don't understand why they looked at the original movie. They're like, all right, we're going to remake this. And then they must have been a meeting where they're like, hey, okay, I got an idea. How about we take all the best parts of the original, and everyone's like, oh, and make them into the new script? No, we're going to throw all those out.
Yeah.
They're going to be gone. All the good parts are gone. And we're just going to build with the fucking bullshit environmental whatever the fuck it is. It was so bad.
I don't know what they were going for with that.
They weren't even criminals. They kind of were, but not really. It was like a side gig to their extreme sports ethos. It was so bad. I couldn't believe how bad that was. Mm-hmm. Everyone involved in... I don't say this often, because I think a lot of movies, there's a lot of people that really try, and really try to make a good product, and maybe it doesn't come out great, and shit happens. But everyone involved in that movie should be ashamed of themselves, except for the cameramen.
Yeah, they're just doing their job.
The stuntmen who did all the crazy extreme sports stunts. Good for them. But everybody else, any storyboard artist, any director, any second unit, they should be ashamed of themselves. It was so bad.
Yeah. See, never questioned Chump Slap.
Every time you're right. It's just, and I want to be like, no, it can't be that bad. Or, is it really that good? And then I'm like, yeah, Chump Slap was right. Anyway. And then I watched a documentary, which I highly suggest for everybody to watch. The Social Dilemma.
I think I've seen that years ago, or 2 years.
Is
Whenever
that
it
the
first
one with
came
Jesse
out.
Eisenberg?
No, that's
The Social Network.
Oh.
this one's just telling about how. You go ahead.
Yeah, it's just basically a documentary interviewing a whole bunch of people who were in the early days of Twitter, Facebook, Google, all of those, and talking about how these companies operate and how the whole point of social media is to get you to stay engaged in social media.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really give a shit where the money comes from or what's being
It's
pressed.
like a company.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just an ad delivery system, but it's horrifying. It's bad.
It's all obvious, though.
I think, they said the one very famous quote that's if you're not paying for the product, you are the product,
Mm-hmm.
which everybody knows that by now. But they were talking about how it's constantly tweaking, and like how in Instagram, every time you look at something, a timer starts. And then they try to figure out, well, which post are they looking at the most? Let's just feed them stuff like that.
Yeah, I hate Instagram's algorithm.
And like, yeah, and it's like YouTube too, where it's like, let's try to get them in, you know, those viewing deep dark holes where you just keep watching video after video after video, and like confirming your buy. It was great though. I suggest everybody watch it. But other than that, last movie I'll talk about, probably one of the classics of our or any generation.
The original Point Break.
I wish. Blair Witch 2: Book of Shadows.
All right, I'm not going to listen. Keep talking.
Your boy Jeffrey Donovan's in it, and he's the only person that's like, hey, I'm an actor, I might as well act, right?
My boy?
I don't know.
Yeah, from Burn Notice.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Does he play the guy from Burn Notice?
No, he plays a guy who used to be in a mental institution and now runs a tour through the woods of Burkittsville, Maryland. From the
that's
Blair Witch.
definitely a tour I would go on.
Dude, have you seen this movie, Blair Witch 2?
I don't think.
Why would I waste the time?
Oh,
I think I tried to watch it. I don't know.
It's got a couple good freaky moments because essentially these people go into the woods, like in the world of this movie, Blair Witch 1 had come out and it was very popular.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of like it's starting with nerds and people going to this town of Burkittsville, which doesn't exist. So I guess it makes sense in the world of the movie.
Yeah. Did they tell the whole story while he's like in the mental ward and you're like, why is he there? And then,
No.
that must be another movie I'm thinking of.
Basically, these people in this tour group go and they experience some weird stuff and they wake up and all their stuff is damaged and they have to like review the tapes of the footage, and it was pretty good. There's some good fake outs in it. Acting's a little rough in parts, but there's some decent moments. It'll freak you out.
Well, maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. I've seen worse.
I think it slaps. I think it does.
All right, I'll have to look into it.
Don't waste your time, please.
Not slaps.
I don't want to hear about it a
slaps.
second week in a row.
I'm saying it chump slaps.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
What else would slap mean?
Exactly. And the only game I played was Cyberpunk, and I'm proud to say I'm finally fucking done with it.
Thank God.
I got the numb.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm not, but congrats.
Thanks, I guess. I don't even know how to feel about it. It was so
Are you
bad.
ashamed or?
I don't think I'm ashamed. I wanted to do it and get the platinum because I saw it was possible, and I figured so few people would have it because it's such a bad game. But it was just seeing the train wreck of how unfinished that game is. That game could have been in development another year and a half, easily.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
Platinum it, I guess.
Yeah.
Spend so many hours.
Reward them for
You've
putting
done
out
worse.
a shitty game.
Yeah, reward them by playing it for 80 fucking hours. That's what I'll do. That'll
You'll show them, man. Holy jeez.
Christ, I'm just excited that I don't have to play that anymore and I can move on to another game.
What's next in the list?
Oh yeah.
I think I want to do a game that's been on my PlayStation 4 for, honestly, it might be 6 years. The Walking Dead, Telltale, the Michonne one.
You didn't play that? Oh, you're going to play it again to get a cheap platinum.
No, I played, well, I'm going to get a cheap platinum. But I played Season 1, I played Season 2 of The Walking Dead, and then I played another one I don't remember, but this is the Michonne one that just does her story, I guess. I need a palate cleanser, guys. I need something that I don't have to really think about.
The fourth Walking Dead one is a good one to go with.
Maybe not. Well, that'll just be another bad decision. Then I think after that, I'm going to do Doom Eternal, because I still haven't finished that.
Well, this is going back to me, but I bought like $130 worth of games because there was like a big indie game sale. And Doom Eternal was actually on the list for something. But
Wasn't that free? Oh, no, the first Doom was free.
yeah.
There's a DLC coming for Doom Eternal on the 15th, I think.
Ooh, nice.
I mean, it's out now.
Yeah, there you go. Came out on Tuesday. What?
Go start the download now, Poppascotch.
Today is, of course, March 18th, so I hope you guys had a great St. Patrick's Day.
It was pretty good. I'm still shitting green.
I don't know. I don't celebrate holidays that celebrate white people.
Oh, man.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, good job, buddy. Damn proud of you. Anyway, I'm done talking about my bullshit. How about you there, Sir Chump Slap? What are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Oh, my God, you guys.
Let me guess. Call of Duty.
I know. I'm upset. I'm ashamed of myself.
I just got a lot of shit for Cyberpunk, and I feel like you have not got the equal amount of shit for Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I
but
have shame in it.
There's a difference between the two. One is polished and refined, and one isn't.
Yeah, this one's multiplayer only, obviously.
Obviously.
And season 2's out, and I got new guns. I got to level up. A machete to level up. Come on, man.
It already sounds more interesting than Cyberpunk.
There's a dildo in it.
But do you have custom genitals?
IRL?
Oh, yes.
Cool.
I get them manicured.
Oh, man. I was watching a couple shitty-ass movies, though.
Sweet.
Speaking of.
Dope.
Saw this one called VHS. I don't know if I talked about this one before.
I've seen that one a long time ago.
Yeah, it's just like found footage shit.
Yeah.
Is it VHS or VHS? That movie that came out
No,
last year.
VHS. The one that's like...
The horror movie anthology one?
Yeah, it's just an anthology of shit.
There's a second one, right?
I think there's 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Jesus.
But I guess they're cheap to make, so people just buy a shitty
that's why
camcorder.
there's way too many
Yeah.
found footage movies. I've only ever saw one that was good.
That one, the Tato Bogey, is good.
Oh, I liked Evidence, I think it was called.
Yeah, that was cool. But something about it just rubbed me the wrong way. I think it's because the guy from True Blood's in it.
Never saw True Blood.
Exactly.
Which one?
The main guy? The main vampire?
William, I think his name is.
I think. I don't fucking remember. I've only ever seen the first 2 seasons of True Blood when they first aired.
That's all you need to see.
Then it turned like, oh, she's a fairy, and this guy's a... It's like, all right, I thought it was vampires. Now it's everything. Come on.
Yeah, it kind of
Off the rails.
yeah, and it got like really big and showy. There was one really cool season where they were trying, like, the vampires came out and they were trying to like get into society and just be like another living part of society. And obviously you have a bunch of people that wanted to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
But then in order to start the war, the one vampire went on the news and like put his hand through a newscaster's chest and like pulled it out on live TV. It was fucking awesome.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah, it sounds great.
Now, that's the best part. Like, you don't need to watch it now. You just heard about it. You don't need to watch anything after season 2.
That's fair. Yeah, that's what I figured. But anyway, yeah, VHS, if you haven't seen it, give it a go. Saw this one called Cherry Tree Lane.
Don't know that one.
It's just about this couple who's in their house, and there's a house invasion. They're looking for their son, and they're like, all right, we'll fucking tie you up, blah, 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 and wait for your son to show up, and then they just get beat the fuck up. The wife gets raped. It's fucked up.
It's like funny games type style.
Kind of, but it's just like their son ratted out some drug dealer or something, and his crew just came to the house and waiting for him to show up. He eventually shows up, blah, blah, blah. Some people die.
Sounds super entertaining.
It was like real gritty, like kind of, you know what I mean?
Murder porn.
Like it felt
What was it called?
Cherry Tree Lane.
Murder porn.
Murder porn. Cherry Tree Lane.
I don't know.
It gets a solid meh.
It's worth a look because all the movie is literally just the home invasion. What happens, and then that's it. Like there's no cops don't show up, nothing at the end.
So they don't learn their lesson. Oh, don't want to ruin it, huh?
Yeah, I won't tell you.
All those Cherry Tree Lane heads out there.
Spoiler.
Saw this movie called The Signal,
Seen it.
where it's just a signal on TV, on cell phones, and the radio. It makes people homicidal maniacs.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. And it tells like 3 different stories.
Yeah, and then they all tie
Spoiler.
in together at the end. Yeah.
I like that one. I thought it was
Yeah, it
good.
was all right. It was all right.
It was all right. It's worth a watch. I mean, it's not
Better than an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Is it better than Cherry Tree Lane? Yes.
Okay.
But should you watch it before it? No.
No, probably not. I watched this one called Dolls.
Is it? Don't tell me. Is it from the 80s?
I don't think so. It seemed newer.
Tell me about it.
It's about...
Does it have a Z in it?
No.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, it
Sorry.
would. Yeah, it would.
This guy's Mom dies. They go into the house, and there's these dolls that run around when you're not looking. And then if you see them moving, they kill you. And he writes a child's book about it, and they say this stupid fucking rhyme from the child's book like 12 times in the movie.
What is it?
Ooh.
I can't tell you. I don't remember exactly, but
It'll ruin the surprise.
So what you're saying is that the dolls can kill anybody they want just by moving in front of them on purpose.
yeah,
That's dumb.
they could. I think they fuck with you first, and then they'll move and be like, "Oh," and then you're dead. But it turns out they're possessed by evil spirits.
No.
Yup.
That is such a genius thing for
I know.
a director to come up with.
Hey, it could be aliens, guys. Let's give 'em a
It
break.
wasn't aliens, so that's why I said
get
it's okay.
so irrationally mad about movies who are like, it's an alien experiment. That's why everything's so weird.
Oh my god.
Fuck you.
I watched this movie I wasn't going to talk about, but
Do it.
it's called Tornado Warning,
So,
where there's these electrical tornadoes, and they're like, "What the fuck's all this?" Turns out it's aliens.
Now you just ruined it. Now I'm not
No,
going to
it's
watch it.
pretty. It's like halfway in the movie they finally figure it out, but it's
God
so
damn it.
stupid.
Is it in the Cloverfield universe?
No, I wish.
Well, see, actually, like 10 Cloverfield Lane, when like the apocalypse comes or whatever, and later you find out it's an alien invasion, or even the what was the other one? The one in space, the Cloverfield
Paradox.
That was. Yeah,
Best
Those are
Still
I'm
the best
fine with that. Like, because it's not about aliens. I don't like movies where some weird shit happens. It's unexplainable, and at the end you find out it was an alien experiment, or it was aliens doing it, or
Yeah.
aliens actually had all these people in a duplicate city.
Yeah, like
in
if
Japan or some
Vivarium was
shit.
like, "Oh my god, it's aliens" at the end.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
I think it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
I'm pretty sure. I thought it was. Maybe they didn't explicitly tell you it was aliens, but
Yeah. All right, you're right.
But it was aliens.
That's
yeah.
why I didn't like it.
no, it was the kid.
Ugh.
That was why you didn't like it.
I loved that kid.
Went to punch that kid every time he was on screen.
But let's go to the slapper of the week and call this a day. Slap. House hunting.
Ooh. All right.
Okay, you go first.
It's a house possessed by demons that kills people. It's a house that's hunting.
House, hunting.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, damn it, that was what I was gonna go with.
Kind of like Goodwill, hunting.
I will go with a couple looking for or posing as people looking for a house, going to open houses and murdering everyone there.
Ooh. No. It's about these two families that they're looking for a house. They get this strange
They're gonna live together.
open house. No, they show up at the open house at the same time.
All right.
And it turns out only one family can leave, because every time they try to leave, like they try to walk away, drive away, they keep coming back to the house. Like it's one of those things.
If you fucking say it's aliens, I swear.
No, it wasn't aliens.
Okay, just saying. If this was all an elaborate bit that you didn't even know was going to happen.
But they just keep trying to leave and they can't. And then eventually they're like, "Did you hear what that guy said? He said there's only one family can have the house, blah, blah, blah." People start getting murdered. Crazy shit happens.
Seems like the
fun.
family who figured that out first would have an advantage.
It's like they figured it out at the same time. And they're like, "Okay, I'm watching you." I don't know.
Did it have something to do with demons?
It had something to do with ghosts.
That's even worse.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe they could have been demons, but I think they were the previous owners of the house. They
Kind of
just
like season 1
fuck
of
with people.
American Horror Story.
I have no idea. I still have never watched it.
That's not bad, dude.
I know people tell me that, but
You
It's a
don't
series.
watch so much the TV shows.
no, I can't. I have like ADD.
Yeah, he can't sleep during them and then pay attention. to
Yeah,
the
I
next
can't fall
episode.
asleep from one episode and be like, "Hey, okay, I got it."
You wake up like 6 episodes later.
That's why I
Like,
watch
ah.
like It's Always Sunny or Broad City shit that doesn't. You don't need to know everything that's going on. But
Or like the 15-minute ones.
oh yeah, like Tim and Eric, bedtime stories. I see neither of you watch that one.
No.
It's a shame. But yeah, that's it. House hunting, slappy as hell, and, better than dolls.
There you go. When you said dolls, I thought it was the movie from the 80s where it has that. You guys, I'm sure you remember that VHS cover in the horror section of Terry's Music Explosion.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
With that one doll that looked like it was possessed on the cover?
No, it was like holding its own eyeball up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it was black in the background.
I remember
Man, those were the days. Not so much having to go to a place to rent a movie, but like seeing all the VHS covers.
And then the creeps walking between the beads to go look at the porn in the back room.
Yeah, you had to go right up to the front to go in the porno room.
You always stand there just waiting for someone to
They
come
had
out.
big spotlights
chuckle.
on it so you could see. One of my friends worked there, and she used to tell me all the people who used to go into the porn thing.
I could imagine what kind of people those were.
I don't want to know, actually, now that we think about it. Anyway.
That was before the internet, guys.
So they have a reason.
But you could buy magazines at Crexy's.
Oh, God. Crexy's had the biggest selection of porno. I can't believe that was a thing. Candy and porno.
Yep.
We haven't really thought about it, but now that I think about it, how gnarly is it to rent used porno?
It's so
Right?
disgusting.
Gnarly?
On a VHS? Ugh.
Yeah. Which someone else has already handled in order
After.
to do the same thing you're doing.
And I'm sure they didn't wash their hands.
Oh, are you kidding me? People who go to video stores, walk into that room, take that box up to the front, say, "I'd like this tit flick, please." They're not washing hands. I mean, come on.
I never thought of it.
I'm sad that I now thought of that. Let's just move on to video game news.
Yeah, let's go.
I kind of want to keep talking about porno.
Well, we'll do a mini-sode.
Perfect.
I'm not going to go that far.
Right. News/stuff.
News
The
slash stuff.
the Microsoft
Microsoft.
First time broadcasting.
Microsoft.
The Microsoft Bethesda purchase has been approved by the SEC.
Oh, thank
The what?
Christ.
The SEC Security.
No.
and
I
Exchange
missed it.
Commission.
Microsoft did the what? What is it?
Purchase of some sort?
The Microsoft purchase of ZeniMax, which includes Bethesda, has been approved by the SEC.
Why wouldn't
Oh,
it be?
yeah.
So,
okay.
usually when a big merger like that happens, there all kinds of lawsuits come out to try and delay it or
Yeah.
stop it, and they never work. So it's just a waste of legal time for everybody. But it's been approved by the SEC, and now they're looking for European, regulatory bodies to approve it.
Now that I don't know if will happen because European regulatory bodies are pretty much against things like
I
that.
got bored halfway reading.
Yeah, I know.
I kind of did. Thanks. But the only thing, really, the news that came for this is that the game Deathloop is going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive for a year, and Microsoft is going to honor that despite the fact that it's a Bethesda game. But the future and whether games are going to be cross-platform is still unknown.
I don't even care anymore.
No, neither do I. I don't even have enough time to play the games for my PlayStation.
What are they
4.
going to fucking release Fallout 76 too? Fuck
I've-
out of here.
I have 20 games on my PS4, so I don't even need to buy a PS5 until after that.
Well, you'll probably find one then.
I don't even know if you need to buy a PlayStation 5 after that.
Well, I saw Ratchet and Clank's coming out in June. That's the first game that I might. I don't think that's on PS4.
No.
Fair.
But there is another game coming out in summer that was recently announced.
Oh, yeah?
Aliens Fire Team.
Oh, wow.
Is that the sequel to...
Colonial Marines.
Yeah.
No, apparently it's a whole other separate thing. It looks like some kind of like a team-based horde
MOBA?
mode type game.
Like Left 4 Dead or something?
Sort of, yeah, like Left 4 Dead. They said there's 4 campaigns, each with 3 missions, and there's a focus on replayability. So I think it's going to be a lot like Left 4 Dead.
Wow. 12 whole missions.
Sounds like a lot for Left 4 Dead.
The interesting thing is they came out, announced it, and said it's coming this summer, which is pretty cool. But I can't do it, guys. I can't get let down by another Alien game.
I'm sure you will.
Nah. It's not going to be that fun. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I hope
It already
we're wrong.
sounds boring and trite.
Basically, you play as a newly recruited member of the U.S. Colonial Marine
I would've
or
guessed
Colonial
that.
Marines. Right? You create your own soldier and choose from one of 5 classes: Gunner,
Oh.
Demolisher, recon, tactician, and doctor, each with their own combat roles.
Sounds
pretty unique, huh?
It's Left 4 Dead, right? Like
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
And what,
I was gonna
aliens
say-
come after you?
I was gonna say, can you play the
Yeah.
aliens in a mode?
I hope so.
Yeah, because then it's exactly like
Yeah, that's exactly like Left 4 Dead.
I think in one of the Colonial, or it wasn't Isolation. I think it might have been Colonial Marines. You could, if the first person who died by an alien became an alien and then had to hunt down everyone else,
That's cool.
which was kind of an interesting. Anyway, that's coming out this summer, and I really hope it doesn't suck because I need to I need to look forward to a PlayStation 5 game because we're not there yet.
I know. Horizon Zero Dawn, the new one. When's that? Next year still?
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah.
God knows.
Who knows?
Speaking of PlayStation, the PlayStation Store is no longer going to sell movies or TV shows starting August 31st, 2021.
I would imagine 95% didn't even know they did.
Yeah. I mean, who buys them on the PlayStation Store?
I think there was one movie once that I couldn't find anywhere else, but I don't remember what it was.
They should put like impossible to find movies like Brain Candy and shit up there.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, they're getting rid of it anyway, starting August 31st. I completely forgot that they did that, like that they had TV sales or rentals. I remember from the PlayStation 3 days, because the store would be separated, and I accidentally clicked on video here and there, and like, oh, I can rent all this stuff.
Yeah.
I might have got like a couple TV shows before streaming was as popular as it is.
Yeah, but that was like 8 years ago, 9 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like now, I haven't done that, and it's like maybe Mad Men season 2. I watched an episode or two on PlayStation.
Yeah, everything's just out there already.
Yeah, there might have been once where I missed a new episode of a show, so I just downloaded that one show.
Yeah, that one episode of that one
Yeah.
show to catch up. Yeah,
Because I
been there.
didn't set my VCR to record.
Set your VCR. Anyway, now the big news, the one you guys were waiting for, the most important news of the week. The Simpsons have been renewed for season 33 and 34.
Holy jeez, how are they still doing it?
God knows. They're currently airing season 32.
I was hoping you were going to say The Simpsons Hit and Run 2 was coming
Yeah,
out.
something like
Oh,
that.
that'd be so fucking cool. They say going by the schedule, they will release episode 750 in 2023.
Wow.
There was I'm paraphrasing a comedian's joke, which I know always makes for a good bit.
Oh, yeah.
But he was comparing something to it. He's like, it's like The Simpsons. You have to decide when you're going to walk away.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
I
yeah,
decided, I think, in season 17.
It's been a while. Since
Yeah.
I'd like to. Maybe that's something I'll put on one day. Be like, there's got to be.
I do have Disney Plus.
It's like 15 seasons I haven't seen.
Oh, yeah, me too.
It's got to be good episodes.
It's not, I don't think it's nearly at the rate. Because the most recent episode I remember watching and loving and getting really excited about was Homer and medicinal marijuana. And that was like 02,
Yeah.
03. And that was a great one. He's like, Dr. Hibbert gives him the medicinal bong. He's like, do you want the wizard or the skull?
That was a great
Good
one.
bits in that one. But, yep, that's all we got for video game news / stuff.
Is that the Fingers episode?
Oh, yeah.
And Otto is Otto spelled backwards?
Whoa. They call them fingers, but I've never seen them fing.
Oh, there
And
they go.
Otto and Homer just kept hanging out in their attic. Or whatever.
Oh, man, that was a classic. Well, now it's a classic.
Yeah.
By definition. How about we get to the game? How's that sound?
Let's kick it around a little bit.
Well, this game, which is so much older than I thought it was. Oh boy, I feel old. But it's an action-adventure, shoot-'em-up, third-person, Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider knockoff game, Uncharted 2, Among Thieves.
The Deuce.
It was released October 13th, 2009.
Really?
For play-
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude. That's wow. For PlayStation 3, developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony. So it's a first party Sony exclusive. It is a action game, platformer, adventure, third-person shooter, written by Amy Hennig, Neil Druckmann, Josh Scher. Neil Druckmann, who would then go on to be the creative head of the Last of Us series.
Did great things.
Picked by one of the stars of this podcast, Dr. Syintist.
Just me and Chump
How
Slap.
about you lead us into it? Take our hand and show us the world of mass murder for trinkets.
Well, if you want to know what happened in Uncharted, go back and listen to our podcast from 2 years ago.
How do I always forget to do that? I always forget
You always
to
do.
say.
I don't know.
I always do.
I didn't. All I remember from the first one is it ended on a beach, right?
No.
Didn't they go to they went island hopping at one point and there was that
No,
one
I think it's
dude
all on one island in the first one.
Was it? Didn't they get attacked by Nazi zombies?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, they
With
were.
lava and stuff, right?
No.
I don't know what I'm thinking of.
You're thinking of Madden long shot mode. I think that's right.
I think you're thinking of Deadfall Adventures, a game you picked.
Maybe.
No, that definitely did have lava.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The first Uncharted ended on a boat with him and Sully and Elena.
All right, I was thinking it ended on an island with a kid.
It might be in a plane. I don't remember, but it definitely wasn't
that
a beach.
wasn't it. Okay.
Awesome.
All right, so this is 2 years after that. Whatever happened in Uncharted, we don't know, but the podcast does. So go back. And this is 2 years
Yeah.
after.
It's going to sound like we also recorded that and we're pretty well informed. But it was actually aliens.
Oh, twist.
Bringing it back. Anyway, you were saying?
So the game starts out with our protagonist here, Nathan Drake, waking up in a train, and he's looking around trying to figure out what's going on. And he notices he's bleeding. He's like, "Oh, that's kind of cool."
What's the term?
And medias ras.
That's it. Where it starts in the middle and then you go flashback and then lead up to that point.
Keep that bullshit out of here.
Hey,
Sorry, you're right. I'm sorry. Why would the story podcast be talking about the mechanics of a story?
yeah.
There's no mechanics.
But then you realize that you're in a train wreck and you're kind of hanging off the edge of a mountain. And you climb your way out, which is basically a tutorial on how to platform in this game. You climb all the way to the top and you kind of pass out because it's not easy climbing out of a train. I would have died a long time ago.
I would have let go.
Yeah, there's no way I could have climbed out.
No way. I have no upper body strength.
Yeah, I know.
Like none.
And that was a lot of climbing, guys.
Yes,
that was
yeah.
4 train cars worth of climbing.
Yeah. Never going to happen.
But he climbs up to the top and he kind of just sort of collapses at the top of the edge of the mountain. And it kind of flashes back to a nice little tropical island and Nate sitting at a bar.
Drinking on a beach.
Yep.
I knew there was a beach involved.
Very Jimmy Buffett.
Perfect.
He's drinking and a man named Harry Flynn shows up. And he's like, "Hey." And they kind of shake hands and "Hey, what's going on?" They do their own little fist bump thing, whatever. He's like, "I got a job where we can steal something from Marco Polo." And,
Sounds good.
and Nate's like, "I don't know." And then one of the greatest characters in Uncharted history shows up, Chloe Fraser.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Flynn.
No.
I'm like, why is he so great? Like, no.
No, I'm a Chloe stan, so I'll...
Yeah, I think she's a tool.
I like her. I'll say I like her because I thought about it in the middle of that sentence.
All right. We run the gamut then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk about it in my final thoughts. But overall, sure, I think she's okay.
But they're talking that someone's paying them because they want to steal an oil lamp that's on display in Turkey, in a Turkish museum.
Aren't they like, what the fuck do you want with an oil lamp?
He's like, that's a fucking worthless piece of shit.
They talk about it, and there's a story of Marco Polo losing a bunch of ships, and they come to the conclusion that the oil lamp must be a map or a way to find these treasures.
Obviously.
Yep, that means the only way that makes sense.
Nobody thought to look inside the oil lamp or nothing.
Well, you might not be able to get inside it. Who knows?
You could x-ray it. If it's in a museum, it's been x-rayed.
I don't know if that's true science.
I think if it's been in a museum, sure. If it's like an estate sale, might be a different story.
True.
But you'd like to think someone appraised it and opened it up, and they're like, "Oh no, see, it says right here,
But
made in
it's an
made
oil
in
lamp.
China."
You don't have to be able to open it up.
Yeah, but you think you'd shake it.
I don't think you would. I really don't think you would.
Dude, every time you buy a collectible from a video game, are you fucking shaking it or putting it up to light?
You never know, man.
seeing if it's made of resin and burn
Now
it
he's gonna.
for clues.
I burn everything I own.
Everything burns. Anyway.
But then it cuts to him walking through the snow again, and then it flashes back to him in his bedroom at this resort, and Chloe shows up, and apparently Chloe and Nate know each other.
Ooh la la.
Wow. I'm sorry.
I had ooh la la written, I had to say it.
But yeah, then they talk about how they're going to get the treasure from the thing and then split and never talk to Harry again, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's their plan, is they're going to... Harry, Chloe, and Nate are going to go search for this oil lamp.
And then double cross
the guy who's paying them and leave.
Well, see, this is interesting because basically Chloe was just making time with Flynn to get close to, I guess, whatever he came up with, right? Like he didn't find about all this stuff, then go blabbing it off, and then Chloe took an interest in him to get closer. But so that makes me think, was she doing the same thing to Drake? Like, was she just hanging out and
that's why she's
dating
awesome.
Drake?
You never know.
She is playing all sides.
I'm
just playing both sides.
I'm doing whatever doesn't get me killed and gets me those sweet, sweet treasures.
Yeah, exactly. It's more about the money for her.
Yeah. They are international thieves.
I mean, yeah, what they don't do it for fun.
The subtitle of the game is Among Thieves.
Yeah.
Drake is in it for the love of the game.
He's not like fucking Indiana Jones.
Well, I'd be
That's
fucked
true.
Indiana Jones.
He's a weirdo.
I would out of respect. Wait, what were we talking about?
I don't know. Something about museum
Yeah.
heist.
But anyway, then it cuts back to the mountain again, and Drake is moseying on along, and he comes across a ceremonial dagger in the ground, and he picks it up, and he looks at it lovingly, and he holds it like a baby. And then it cuts to Istanbul 4 months ago, which is Harry, Nate, and Chloe's plan to steal the thing.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
lots of going around, not killing people, solving puzzles and stuff, and you break into the museum, and you get to the oil lamp, and Nate just picks it up and smashes it.
You think you take it out and smash it?
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to leave it there. It was that first mistake.
Well, you smash it because then you don't have to carry it out. You only have to carry out what's in it.
Well, you got in easily. He could it's a tiny oil lamp.
Plus, this is the thing too. Did he know that there was something in it to take?
They knew that, yes. They figured that out.
They
when were
read
talking at the
that
beginning.
Marco Polo note where it's like,
The light leads the way or whatever.
yeah.
Some cryptic thing they read in before they got
Right,
there.
but what about that tells you that this trinket matters because there's something in it we need?
Because
You know what I mean?
shakes
Like,
it.
Yeah, like, why didn't he look? Yeah, because he shook it. Exactly.
fair enough. I'm like, maybe it was I don't know. I'm just saying it seemed like a risky move to be like, well, I know something's in it. I need smash.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Maybe
thinking.
the instructions were on the fucking lamp.
Yeah, maybe you could look inside without...
But I mean, if there was
breaking it
instructions to
open.
treasure on the lamp, don't you think someone would have seen it already?
I don't know how good these archaeologists are.
They don't know ancient Marco Polo language.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Pretty clear.
Oh, yeah, Italian?
I think he said it was Latin.
Well, I mean,
That's dead language. Which is surprising. For
Marco
how much we
Polo
use
probably spoke Italian.
it. Didn't we say in media ret like we used Latin, like today, recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I said, stop that.
You sure did. You sure did, buddy.
But anyway, they break it, and he gets resin paper, and he's like, oh, I know how to do, set it on fire.
Again, take the resin and set it on fire somewhere else.
Well, that
I'm sure there's
that would
smoke
have been
alarms
that
and
would have been a
shit.
better thing to do there. But and apparently the paper is a map, and it's a story of how Marco Polo got lost, and they came across Shambhala and the Chintamani stone.
It's about Borneo.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, they start climbing out, and Flynn lifts up the rope and is like, you ain't getting out of here, Drake. Sorry, buddy. We're letting you get arrested.
Yeah, jerk.
So
That's what you get for trusting Flynn.
Yeah. Harry Flynn's always. Would you ever trust anybody named Harry Flynn?
I wouldn't trust anyone.
Sounds too Irish.
No Harrys. No thank
No
you,
Harrys.
you know?
No.
What about the guy from Something About Mary? Not Something About Mary. Dumb and Dumber.
I wouldn't trust him.
I wouldn't trust him with my child. I'd sell him birds. I wouldn't trust him with something.
But anyway, Flynn betrays you, and you end up getting arrested,
Ooh.
where you spend 3 months in a Turkish prison.
I hear
the
that.
first of many double crosses.
I hear it's pretty nice in those.
Turkish prisons? That's not what I heard, but I only know what this game tells me.
All I know is you stink when someone comes to take you out.
Yeah, because Sully is there.
Sully!
Victor
Sullivan.
Our buddy from forever.
The pilot who landed the plane on the Hudson.
Who's no?
Did they say that?
That's Sullenberger.
That'd be great if they
Real funny.
retconned his backstory to be Sullenberger, the pilot. Oh God, who's playing him in the movie?
Wasn't it Tom Hanks?
I know it's like
The
The Rock or
movie,
something dumb
the
one.
Uncharted movie.
It's not the Rock. You always say the Rock whenever we mention it.
it's someone young who shouldn't be playing it.
Mick Foley.
I'm gonna look it up because Tom Holland is Nathan Drake,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
also an interesting choice because he's so young.
It's like Sean Penn.
He's not even handsome enough to be Nathan
This
Drake.
can't be right. It's saying that Marky Mark is Victor Sullivan.
That's right.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Gross.
Who I think is younger than Tom Holland, but
I think the best casting for that was like Robert De Niro 20 years ago.
Maybe.
what?
If
from,
we're
like,
dream casting.
from like Analyze This.
Yeah, exactly. That Robert De Niro. I'm not hearing a lot of enthusiasm for Robert De Niro as Sully Sullivan.
No,
I
it
think
doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't like it. We need someone funnier.
Yeah, I think John Hamm would have been a good
John Hamm.
but
Old
John
face.
Just good in everything.
one. Yeah, that's why.
He's too fucking handsome.
Either him or Michael Fassbender.
You're just picking the best actors today.
Yeah, I am.
Fair enough. Oh, you know who should get
Clive
it? What's
Owen.
his name? Who's the psycho guy from For There Will Be
Luke
Blood?
Wilson
Oh, yeah.
Wilson.
The mashed potato hand. From
from Scary Movie 2.
Jeez. Daniel Day-Lewis.
No, he wasn't in Scary Movie.
No, what are you talking about? Anyway.
Chris Elliott.
Talking about Cabin
That's
Boy?
it. Yes,
There it is.
yes.
Cabin Boy.
How about I give you a round of applause? How about I give you a standing ovation?
He would have made it
That was a
awesome,
good
Sully.
bit.
Tell me you wouldn't have.
You know what? I've seen him in Schitt's Creek, and I mean, he's still got it. You know,
Yeah, I
he's
know.
still got some mileage on that car left.
Be a standing ovation. Take my strong hand.
All right.
I gotta watch that one again.
Ooh.
Anyway, Sully breaks out and he had someone help him, and it was Chloe. And Nate's not too happy to see her
He's
because
like, get that bitch out of here.
he thinks that she had something to do with Harry betraying him. And they just tell him that Flynn is working for a guy named Lazarevich, who just sounds evil.
Yeah.
And they found a
I was just gonna say, there's no way like you leave your dog with the Lazareviches, you know, like when you go on vacation.
They sound like the neighbors in
The
Burbs. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. That's weird.
Klopex?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it could be the Lazareviches.
Yeah. Might as well be.
I assume he's some kind of Eastern European, but I don't know if they ever tell you.
He sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Chloe says that they found the ships in Borneo, but they still haven't figured out where the treasure is.
The Chitani stone?
The Chintamani stone.
Chintamani.
So they all leave the prison and they talk about the Chintamani stone, and then they hatch a plan to steal the map and stuff from Lazarevich and figure out what's going on here. So they travel to Borneo.
What a plan.
Yeah, it's kind of half cocked, right?
Yeah.
We're just gonna show up at the same place at the same time and figure out how to steal it from him.
Yep.
I know he's got his maps there, so.
And he's got like 70 fucking guys armed, ready to
yeah.
go.
Well, it wouldn't be Uncharted if you didn't kill a couple hundred people.
Well, that's fine, because Sully's got you covered with a fucking revolver from God knows how far away.
200 yards away. I got this. You're telling me Robert De Niro couldn't be holding that revolver?
okay. He just sold me on
Hey,
that.
let me take somebody's gun. That's my De Niro. That's not good.
So
I'm sorry for that.
you
De Niro.
fight through the jungles of Borneo. You come across the ships, and you're like, you know what's missing from these ships? Bodies.
Ooh.
So the survivors must be somewhere else. Where would they be? Probably in the mountains, because there was a tsunami, and they had to go to high ground.
Yep. Perfect.
So you travel more through the jungles, and you end up in this cave that everybody else apparently missed.
Yeah. Huge temple.
And then you find like resin laying around. You're like, oh, this must be where they came.
Oh, man. You got to burn this stuff.
Yeah. And you follow a blood trail. I remember this part being kind of annoying in the game, because I assume Chump Slap didn't play it, but
No.
Poppascotch and I did.
I played the shit out of this, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I only ever played 4, the one that was free.
And you find lots of bodies laying around. You're like, oh, I wonder how all these people died. Probably not a scary way. And then you come across a guy who's like clutching a dagger and a kind of a map, I guess, that's wrapped around it. And it's a purba, actually, but
It's a golden passport.
yeah, they read the map and he's like, oh, it was in Nepal somewhere that they got the Shambhala.
Oh, obviously. What are they doing here then? Oh, they were out. Yeah,
There must be something in Nepal that has to do with it, so we got to go there. So they start climbing out, and Chloe runs ahead a little bit. And then Chloe comes in and is like, hands up! Kind of like, what's going on here? And then Harry walks in behind her. And she's like, I found him. Oh, Harry takes the map from you.
Ooh, double cross by Chloe.
Well, not too long, because as soon as you escape, Chloe's like, get out of here.
Psych! That's what I've written down.
I assume she ran outside, saw them, and had to act like she just came across them. So you escape running through the jungle, and you head to Nepal, because that's where the next thing is.
Hold on, you're just going to look over this jump off of an impossible cliff?
Yeah.
There's no way they survived that.
Why not? Didn't Thelma and Louise?
Do you see how small that river was? How deep do you think it was?
Thelma and Louise?
I think they died.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure they did. But I don't know. It could be deep.
I don't think it was.
Did they show you?
No, they didn't show them jumping off. They just said, all right, we're jumping.
And then they jump and you see them swimming away.
Yep. I'm just saying. There's no way. Then why didn't the bad guys jump after him?
Because the bad guys are cowards.
These men are
Well,
cowards.
he also,
Donnie.
was getting shot at by
Yeah, they didn't really have
a
another
lot
choice.
of people who make their living shooting at people.
It's true. I mean, I guess if you had to take the chance. But I know I'd take that chance and I'd hit bottom and just die instantly.
I would have
That's the
died
spirit.
the train didn't happen yet, but
Yeah. All right.
Dude, you're selling yourself short. If you would have penciled it, you'd be fine.
That's what I'm saying. If you penciled it, the river wasn't that wide. How deep could it have been?
could you imagine the belly flop?
Oy.
Yeah, you die instantly.
Yeah, probably.
I know a guy who died jumping in a quarry like that.
Do you really?
I don't know him, but I know his cousin.
I like how we all laugh at someone dying.
Anyway, go on.
It was the delivery. I'm sorry. Hey, let's keep it going.
So you end up in Nepal, and this city of all these temples that you got to find the right one. And Lazarevich has already beaten you there, and
Of course.
he's kind of stoked the fires of a civil war, and there's everybody shooting in the streets.
Okay, so there was a reason there for these gunfights in the middle of the street. It was the Civil War, sort of.
He just stoked the
Yeah,
Civil War.
They
so
were
he
like
could
on the brink, and he
tear
kind of-
down temples and shit,
Yeah.
right?
And so he could like walk in there and just take what he needed to
Yeah.
and just basically leave.
He's a smart dude.
Yeah. So you go and you meet up with Chloe, and you figure out which temple you got to get to by climbing a hotel and looking around
Yeah.
and matching symbols from your purba to that.
That was a little too easy, if you ask me.
Really? I don't think it was easy.
Well, I mean, he's just like walks up to the first temple. He's like, look, symbol looks similar. We got to look for this symbol.
I just
That
think it's
part.
amazing how effortlessly Drake and us solve these puzzles with him that have been existing for.
But nobody had all the
Thousands
pieces
of years.
before Poppascotch.
You didn't have the golden passport. You're not
Yeah,
going to find
right.
it.
You're right. I'm the asshole.
Mm-hmm. Thank
All
you
right.
for admitting it.
Thank you. Carry on.
And then there's this long rooftop helicopter scene that's kind of annoying to play.
Is that the one where you're running away from it and the building collapses? And
Yeah. The building collapsing part's kind of cool, but
That was pretty neat.
I think you have to fight the helicopter kind of like and shoot it with grenades. That's the annoying part. But eventually you get down on the streets and start heading towards the temple again. And guess who you come across?
Who?
Some guy named Jeff.
The cameraman?
Yep. And Elena, who's there doing a new story on Lazarevich. Because she's good at her job, I guess.
This is where I started calling Big L.
Ugh.
Oh, Big L's Lazarevich.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mean, she's a journalist who's into like horrifying wars and areas of conflict. So I guess it's not insane that she's here.
Well, she said the world thinks Lazarevich is dead, and she's just trying to prove
Yeah.
that he's alive.
Got to get that scoop.
That's a damn good scoop, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, she's chasing a story. All right.
And there's all kinds of tension between everybody. And they says, let's just get to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to the temple. You have to walk your way there, or whatever. And a bunch of puzzles. And hold on, I have something I can't read here. Oh, traps. Yeah, there's puzzles and traps.
I mean, you could probably say that about the entire.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically.
Yeah, I mean,
Series
it's
of
fucking Uncharted.
But you work your way into this cool room where you put the perba in a thing, and it makes a 3D map of the. I guess those are the Alps, right? No, not the Alps.
In
the
Nepal,
Himalayas.
weren't they? Yeah.
The Nepal
Well, they were in
Mountains.
Tibet.
Yeah, whatever those mountains are. I don't remember.
I'm looking it up because I'm not doing this. They're called the Tibet Mountain Ranges.
That's what I said. Anyway.
Namely, the Himalayas, the Ganges.
The Himalayas. That's what I was looking for.
Tangla. There's a whole bunch of
No,
different.
they're the Himalayas.
That all come together.
Drake's like, I know. Okay, there it is. We'll put it on this cheesy map I have
I just got
that I
this
got
map.
from a fucking. What are they called?
I don't know. I'm drawing
Cracker
a
Jack
blank
box?
too.
No,
Cereal box?
like Dorney Park.
Yeah, like a store where you buy trinkets.
They have those stupid cheesy maps that aren't like to scale, and they're
Oh my fucking god! Cut
Oh
this part.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, like the map of fucking Jim Thorpe, and it's all
Yeah, or
like hyper
like a gift
cartoony
shop
and that-
store.
yeah, like a gift.
Like yeah.
something like that. Or like here's the nice water slide map,
Yeah, exactly.
but he marks on there where it is, which I don't know how he figures it out. I mean, I'm pretty good with 3D reckoning, but I don't know how he guesses where that is.
He's better.
Yeah, probably. So they mark it in. He's like, all right, that's where the real entrance to Shambhala is. We found all these things, and we got to escape now. And you start leaving, and Jeff gets shot.
Oh no!
And Chloe's like, leave him, because that's the sensible thing to do. And Nate's like, we're not going to do that. So
Leave no man behind.
So now you're slowly dragging this Jeff guy around with you. And eventually Harry Flynn shows up.
Oh no!
Ruh-roh.
What's he do?
But he's totally cool about the whole thing.
Yeah.
right?
He just, man. And Chloe gives him the map, and Lazarevich is all pissed because Lazarevich shows up.
Chloe fucking double
Yeah.
crosses you again.
Well, that's what you get for trying to save Jeff, because Jeff gets shot in the face by Lazarevich right now.
Yeah, well, no one expected that.
And then for some reason, after killing Jeff, Lazarevich leaves and is like, kill him, Harry. And, Harry's just Harry Flynn and screws it up.
He shoots you though.
Yeah, kind of.
Doesn't he
wings
shoot
do
you in
it.
the gut? Like not the gut, obviously, but torso.
Not yet.
Oh,
But he starts soliloquying, and Elena and Nate just punch their way out and start running away again.
Mhm.
And Nate's like, I got to save Chloe. We got to go to the train they were talking about.
oh, so they jump on a moving train.
Well, no, they get on a Jeep first.
Well, okay.
Their plan is to take this Jeep and drive to the train and catch up. And Elena will be the getaway, and he'll save Chloe and blah, blah, blah. But eventually the train leaves before you get there, and you have to drive and jump on the train. And you walk your way through the train killing people. And you save Chloe, and Chloe's like, get the fuck out of here, Nate.
You fucking moron.
Yep. What are you
pretty
doing?
much.
And then Harry shows up and shoots him. That's when
When he gets
shoots
shot.
him, yeah.
Yes.
Shoots Nate right in the gut.
So what does Nate do?
Nate runs away, and he's kind of dying over here.
Good way to put it.
So he sees a couple of propane canisters, and he's like, all right, I'm just going to shoot him. And he shoots him, and it causes a whole big train derailment. And
Oh shit! This is where he's hanging on the cliff.
this leads us to the intro, where you have to climb up the thing again.
It's the beginning of the game.
Whoa!
I didn't even put that together. No, I'm kidding. I did.
Okay.
It's hard to tell with you because you don't get some things.
Only like 10 to 12.
10 to 12 what?
Things.
10 or 12 different things that
Oh,
just went
okay.
right over my head.
And you climb up again, you find the Perba, and you eventually collapse, and some random guy finds you. And he's like, oh. And Nate wakes up in a Tibetan village. And he's all better.
Yeah, that's interesting how he got shot in the gut and, I don't know, through that magic juice. What's his name made him drink?
Tenzin.
He's like, yeah, I'm a little sore, but I'm good to platform around here.
I could believe it.
Yeah,
It's magic Tibetan juice.
Yeah. Obviously,
Yeah.
I've never had it. Is it that good?
Yeah.
might be.
All right.
But Elena's there waiting for him to wake up, and she's like, I know someone who wants to see you. And
Who's that?
you go and meet this old German guy named Carl Schaefer.
Carl Schaefer. How you doing, bud?
And he tells
The way they
go ahead.
But the way they talk about Carl Schaefer is like he's been their old friend forever.
Yeah, it's like they're
Well,
but
he's
they haven't
been there.
obviously because it's the first time they met.
Been there since the 40s or 50s, right?
Well, Nate doesn't know who they are or Elena.
Wait, was Carl Schaefer always at the village? Like he didn't leave the village?
I assume that.
I
yeah.
assume it's since, yeah.
That's what I got from it. Like
That does make a lot more sense.
when what did you think happened? He left and just showed up at the same time.
He's like, hey, remember me? I was here back in the 40s.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought happened. Like he left, like he knew he went on an expedition, and he got as far as these mountains. Shit went down. He went home.
See, that's the part you got wrong.
No, he stayed in the
stayed
village.
there.
he didn't go home. He just stayed in that village. He's like,
excellent.
I'll just make my life here.
But he tells Nate the story of an expedition he was on to find Shambhala and the Chintamani stone, and that the stone grants powers to people, and he wants you to go. Tenzin will take you to somewhere, and they'll find the expedition. You'll get all the info you need. So
Could have saved a lot of time here.
yeah,
I
he
just
could have.
told you the story.
He really could have.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
for
if
sure.
there's is there a reason you need to go
Yeah,
there?
because you don't believe that the stone gives power or something.
No, Drake's like, at this point, he's like, I'm out. Like, I'm not doing this
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh, that's
like,
right.
I'm not done. And it's like, just go there. Just go there and see this, and if you still feel the same way, whatever.
Yeah. So you and Tenzin go off on this little side quest where you're going through the mountains of Tibet. You get attacked by some Yetis, which is
Oh, is that what they were?
I call them Yetis. I don't know if they actually had names. But these big monsters that just run around, jumping around, throwing you around.
Throwing poop.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
But eventually you fight your way down and platform your way into a room, and there's a whole bunch of dead Nazis around. And there's some resin laying on the ground.
The best state for a Nazi to be in.
Oh, hot take.
Is it? It shouldn't be. Sure
It
as fuck
shouldn't
shouldn't be.
But they see that these all here, and he's like, Schaefer must have killed them all. It's the only way we got to stop them. Cause
Now it all makes sense.
he sees that
Blah,
they're-
blah, blah.
that the SS soldiers have like black teeth and stuff. And he's like, they must have been eating the resin,
They must have been eating shit.
and it gives them powers and stuff. You fight your way back out of it, fighting more Yetis and blah blah blah, and then you get to the top and you see the village is burning.
No, not
Lazarevich
Schaefer.
attached.
How?
Somehow he got tanks up into the mountain and is attacking this
How did he
village
find where I was?
because it's on the way to Shambhala. All I have written here is the village is fucked and E is sads. Elena is sads.
Oh, yeah, she's upset.
Like, we brought them here.
It's like our fault. But Schaefer dies, I think.
Well,
No, maybe not.
no, Schaefer gets kidnapped by Lazarevich.
That's right.
So you fight some guys off here, blah, 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 and they chase down Schaefer, and you go attack this convoy to try and catch up to Schaefer.
Where you get RPG'd off the road.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's no way
There's no way you survive that. Let's keep on driving, and then they climb up.
Fuck. That pissed me off so bad.
Well, I mean, they aren't wrong in thinking that he died, but
Yeah.
you follow them to this monastery in the middle of the mountains, and Lazarevich is pushing Schaefer around and like, we got to rescue Schaefer. We got to stop them. Got to stop Lazarevich, blah, blah, blah. And get to Shambhala first and destroy the Chintamani stone. No one's going to stop us now, Elena.
So you get to Schaefer?
Well, you fight your way to him.
Yeah.
You're looking for an entrance. You actually decide
Did you know the entrance was there, or does Schaefer just tell you this when you get to him at the... Because he's like, hey, there's another entrance in this monastery.
Well, you know the entrance to Shambhala is somewhere, and Schaefer's helping them find it.
Okay.
Yeah,
But-
when Schaefer's dying, he tells Drake that the entrance is the monastery.
Yeah, all right.
So I think maybe he told Lazarevich and they were on their way there.
I assume so, because he brought him there.
But you and Elena split up, and Elena's looking for the entrance, and you're going to go look for everybody else and try and save blah, blah, blah. And you come across Chloe with the dagger, who's trying to figure out how to get in there because Lazarevich and Harry are yelling at her. And Nate kind of just takes the dagger from her without a question.
It's amazing how bad that Chloe and Flynn are at treasure hunting.
I know, right?
Compared to Drake, they're like AA ball. It's pretty embarrassing.
It is.
For them. I mean,
you played the game. These puzzles are kind of dumb. And he has them written in his book somehow.
That's true. He has that book with all those clues.
Yeah.
That only have the relevant clues, right? There's nothing in there that's like, could this be purple?
Yeah, it's all like fucking Indiana Jones. Like, the reverend man kneels before God.
Penitent man.
Penitent man, my bad.
Where did you put those together? Come on.
Yeah, seriously.
Come on.
But eventually you come across the secret entrance by solving puzzles and stuff, and you go down, fight some more Yetis.
It's a crazy door.
It is. It's kind of, I don't know how you wouldn't know it was there because it's a big tree in the middle of the, like, by itself on top of a platform, but
right.
You go like down into the secret entrance and Lazarevich catches you.
Oh shit.
And he's saying you got to find your way to open up the way or he's going to kill Chloe and Elena.
No, not again.
Yeah, so they're hostage and you and Harry have to go and figure out how to get to Shambhala. So you fight some more Yetis, you do some more puzzles, and then you open this doorway and Lazarevich is like, I'm going to kill him after he sees Shambhala. That'll teach him.
Yeah. Well, at that point, if you're Drake, you're like, all right, that's cool. I mean, that's a decent death. At least I saw it. This is just like, you open it up and there it is. It's fucking out and open air, Golden City.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like
the problem I have with it too. Like, it's so massive. How did a satellite never pick this up?
That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, it's hidden. What are you talking about, Poppascotch?
Satellites.
I mean, I'm not saying you could see it from the ground. It's up in the mountains pretty solid, but...
Yeah.
Still, someone should have ran into this by
It should have been underground. That's all I'm saying.
How did they get all the shit up there to build this?
They mined it right there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe there was a big...
You acting like...
Do you ever see Ancient Aliens, dude?
What about Machu Picchu, bro?
If we start with the goddamn aliens and how they built the pyramids, I swear to God.
But anyway, you open it up and everybody walks in and is like, oh, look at this. It's such a beautiful thing. And then people start getting shot with crossbows.
Oh my God, it's orcs.
I guess they're called them orcs.
They looked like orcs from fucking World of Warcraft.
Okay, yeah.
Well, at least from
World of Warcraft.
South Park World of Warcraft.
There you go.
And in the chaos, Chloe, Elena, and Nate run away.
No.
And they're like, all right, we got to find and destroy the Chintamani stone before Lazarevich gets it because we don't need him to have all the power.
Yeah, fucking A.
Because after the
He's
power,
going to turn into an orc.
He's going to turn into an orc.
Awesome.
All right, and after some discussing between the three of them, they're like, let's go save the world.
Uh-huh.
So they go to the central temple. And like, is that the Chintamani stone
God,
there?
it has to be.
Nope, it's just amber from the sap of the tree of life.
But that's what the stone is.
Yep.
What?
And you see that Lazarevich is already there, just fighting more guys and stuff. And Flynn shows up.
Yeah, Lazarevich is like as good of a treasure hunter as you, right?
No, he just...
Well, he saw it and he's like, oh, obviously it's over
He knows
here.
when he doesn't need Flynn anymore.
I think he's pretty good.
But Flynn shows up because I guess he was shot by Lazarevich, and he's like, haha, I'll get you back, Nate. And he blows himself up.
And he doesn't hurt Nate at all.
No. But Elena get hurt, though.
Yeah, but what a fucking...
What a shitty suicide bomb,
Yeah,
right?
what a weak fucking way to go out. At least he didn't live to see it.
It reminds me of the Always Sunny in Philadelphia when they throw their grenade in the car. It's like, that grenades do?
And then Mac buys the wedding dress.
Yeah.
Oh, that's still my favorite scene in any.
When he hits the wall.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Crashes it.
He's like, all right, I'm going to jump out right before I hit the wall. And he just goes and he doesn't jump out. I was going too fast. I couldn't jump out. Because the way Charlie reacts, dude. Whoa!
So good.
Oh, that's after they pull out their teeth, too.
Oh.
And he's like, look, he just pulls it out of his
just
mouth.
throws some teeth in there. Oh, so good. Anyway.
But Elena gets hurt. And she's been in a bad way, but Nate goes down to try and stop Lazarevich from doing it. And then Lazarevich drinks the sap of the tree of life, and there's a big explosion, and
Is that like the quote unquote Fountain of Youth?
I don't know.
Kind of, right? Because I mean, it like heals his scars and shit.
I'm trying to think if they go actually find the Fountain of Youth in other Uncharted games, but it's something. It's the sap of the Tree of Life.
All right, yeah, well, there you go.
But Lazarevich drinks it, and you have an annoying boss fight with him. Eventually,
I don't remember this being very fun.
No, it was really dumb because you can't hurt him. You got to kind of blow up things.
You blow him up, and then
Oh, that's right. You had to shoot the things next to him.
Yeah,
because only they could injure him.
But after you injure him to a point, he starts monologuing again, and then gets attacked by a whole bunch of the Guardians. Because
shit!
I call the blue guys the Guardians. I assume that Guardians are Shambhala.
Orcs beat him to death. That's what I have written down.
And then things start shaking, and you're like, "Oh, I gotta escape!" So you and Elena and Chloe basically get out, and Elena's kind of in a bad way. And then it kind of cuts to the end, where you're in front of a pyre, and you're kind of like doing a prayer or something. Then you find it's Schaefer's corpse you're burning. And all I have written here is there's a lot of talk between Chloe and Nate, but it's just Nate and Elena sitting in a tree, basically. Talk about how he's got to go get Elena, and then Chloe kind of just walks away. And
I don't understand, why does all the shit start to collapse?
Because they blew
all
up
those
the whole
explosions.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if it's so fragile, how'd it last the thousands of years?
It's the Tree of Life. It should last a little longer than that.
The Tree of Life still might be there. Just all the temples around it might have fallen. But I mean, there were a lot of explosions that weren't there before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you forgot to mention too, of course, that Sully then goes after Chloe.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, she's available. I'll catch you guys in a little bit.
I don't think Chloe's.
Sully shows up. Chloe's like, "Yeah, maybe you should love Elena. I'm too cool for you."
There's no way that Chloe's gonna fall for Sully.
I don't know, man.
She's too good for that.
You can't ever count out Sullivan.
No.
You just can't.
But everybody lives happily ever after.
Yep.
That's it.
There she
the
be.
Game. We did it. So let's go ahead and move into our favorite segment of every week. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. You go first this week.
Me? It's been a minute since I did it.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
Because he always either picks me or you, and then
It's fair.
don't try and come up with rhymes.
Would you play it now after watching the video?
Oh, try and rhyme video.
What did you think about the story in the video? What did you score
The video.
the video game? Story.
Do I want to play it now after we watch this? Kind of. There's some good moments playing through the Uncharted games. And this was definitely, I don't know if it was my favorite because I had a hardy, a hardy boy. I had it. And no, the fucking Yeti stuff, it was almost a perfect game until they had the Yeti bullshit.
Till the supernatural shit, yeah.
It's not supernatural. It's just people who are
Supernatural.
strong from the
I mean,
sap.
they were the people that were strong from the sap that had the mask, but aside from that, there were also Yetis.
Well, no, those were just guys in suits.
Yeah. What didn't they find one and take the head
Yeah.
off, and it was just a dude
It's just the blue dude in a suit.
with the big ram horns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have sworn there were actual Yetis as well, because there were the protectors.
But those protectors,
How else did they get the suits if there weren't real Yetis to take the suits from?
But yes, those guys are just guys in suits. They're not really Yetis.
Yeah,
I guess we kind of missed that part when we talked about it.
Yeah, they were demon-looking people, but they were just guys in suits.
guys who have-
They were orcs in suits.
They were eating the resin and getting powerful.
Still not down with Yeti bullshit.
That's fair.
Anyway, but other than that, the story was great. It was really great. It was a pretty big moment. It wasn't the most cinematic game of all time, but it was up there. It was a big one.
At the time it was released.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a good version of that. It had a structure and setup kind of like a movie, but it told a great story as well, and it could completely stand on its own. So marrying those two worlds of movies and games is tough, but this game did a great job. Characters were all great. They're all great. Even the new ones that popped in, Chloe, Flynn, even Lazarevich, who was basically set up to be like
The bad guy from Die Hard 2.
Yeah, he's like the evil foreign villain who just needs to murder. You think it's for money, but at the end, it's actually like, oh, that's not why he.
No,
was
he just
doing
wants
this.
to take over the world.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to be more evil than you originally thought he was. So that was a good. That was a nice little thing they added in there. Drake is a great character. I think he's so charming that he gets away with all this murder.
That's fair.
Because I mean, seriously, you're killing 150.
He
200
may
people
have
this
the
game.
highest body count of anybody we've ever done.
He might. And I love how the games just gloss over it and ignore the fact that he's killed villages worth of people.
Yeah, you think the UN would be on his ass?
Did they mention that at some point? Like, oh, you've killed a bunch of people too, Nate. Like
They joked about it in here. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
yeah.
No, they definitely did mention it at some point in this game where it's like, well, how are you fucking better than me? You're out here blowing people away left and right.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing, but like barely. Just to wrap it up, what would I score it? I mean, it's going to be high. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a 16
Okay.
because it's a great story. It never feels boring or completely out of place. Yeah, sure, some of the shit is action and fantastical, but that's just an Uncharted game. We just go with it.
Mhm.
The puzzles, I mean, yeah, they were. I still find holes with the story, obviously. Like, you know, the puzzles being easy and they should have been solved within the 107,000 years since shit happened. But I mean, whatever. It's part of the fun. It's such a fun game. I don't really care about that.
Fair enough.
So that's it. That's what I feel. So let's go ahead and move on to you, Sir Chump Slap.
Let's hear this rhyme.
I think I had questions for you
He
here.
wrote it down, didn't he?
Did the story make you want to get your goat?
What?
Now
The first one's hard. It's smoother after this. Did the story float your boat? That score you said, was that a gloat?
Wow.
That could be the worst one.
Wow.
I like the one where you run video with video twice.
I know. Right? Did the story?
You wrote that down and prepared ahead of time, didn't you?
He did.
I had the first. I had the bottom two. I didn't have the first one. That's where
Get your
came out
goat.
of
Yeah, that
nowhere.
was the worst part.
And that means, do I want to play it?
I don't know.
I guess.
We're getting folk. Let's move past it. Let's
All
blow
right.
past
Do
it.
I want to play it? Did it get my goat? No. I'm okay with Uncharted. If I wanted to, I'll watch a fucking Indiana Jones movie. Even though these are slightly better. So I'll just wait for the movies to come out.
There you go. Perfect.
Did the story work for me? Yeah. I mean, it was a story. Had a beginning, a middle, an end. Maybe we saw the middle before the beginning, but hey, that's some type of Latin term.
Sure is, buddy. Sure is.
I did like it. The impossible jump off the cliff annoyed me. The way the fucking secret cities are always out in the open just really bothers me.
Well, I mean, this is the first time it was kind of out in the open.
Well, whatever movie maybe it was Uncharted 4 that I'm thinking that ends on a beach
It does, I think.
with a kid.
Get over the beach.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. All right. But that one was out in the open too when they find the city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of.
That's all I'm saying. They're always out in the open.
Yeah. I hear you. We're there with you. You just keep reiterating it. We know what you mean.
Okay. So that
Well, I was
strikes
thinking
a
of the
couple-
first one. The first one wasn't a city.
I don't remember the first one at all. Obviously. Yeah. If we've learned anything, it's that I don't remember
Yeah.
the first one at all. But yeah, story worked for me. I wouldn't play it because it's just not my type of game. But let's get to the
meat of it.
score. I believe I gave the first one a 15 or 16.
Did we even do scores then?
Yeah. I'll give this one a 15 as well because it's the same formula, same shit. It worked. Why fuck with it, you know?
Well, fair enough.
So let's give it that. A good old 15.
Which is exactly what you gave the first one, by the way.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, they're pretty much the same game, right? Like, just different stories and that are very similar.
Well,
Pretty much.
I mean, the whole double cross, fake double cross, psych cross. It wasn't enough Sully in this one either. I'll tell you that.
There was not much, was there?
No.
All right, well,
Let's go to the
There you
man of the
go.
hour. See what he has to say about this.
do you have a rhyme or not? Because I have one.
Oh, let's hear this. It's got to be better than
You
the
give me the
last
first line, I'll rhyme the second.
Okay. Do you want to play it here?
No, continue. I got
You know what they say about Texas and steers.
No. Do you want to play it here? Did the story bend your ear?
Ooh.
What score you think you're near?
Didn't you say that one already?
Doesn't
Maybe.
matter. It was good.
Maybe.
I wouldn't call it good.
I would.
Better. I'm getting better. I'm going up. Going up.
Going up?
Come on.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yes, I like the story. I like all the characters. It's kind of
Your thing.
yeah. I mean, the whole Marco Polo lost his thing, and this is where it is.
Marco Polo lost his thing. Quote of the fucking day.
Hashtag.
Marco Polo.
But he lost all his
thing.
boats, and then you find out that he was at a Roma, and then the characters. I really like Chloe.
Yeah, you find out the boats don't have anything to do with anything.
Well, they had the treasure from Shambhala,
Eh.
which was just the resin, I guess.
Or just the dagger. Did you get the
Yeah, the
dagger
dagger
from the
too.
boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I like Chloe, like Nathan. Sully's kind of annoying. Elena's kind of annoying, but better than Sully.
I'm done with this.
And I like and Harry and Lazarevich were good enemies. Like,
Yeah, Lazarevich was cool. I'll give you that.
and Harry was kind of like the not as good as you kind of.
Jealous. That's
Yeah.
why he was double crossing the whole time.
But I do like the whole story, and I would play it. I probably beat this game 3 times already.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like the story. It's one of the. At least it isn't whatever we did last week that was terrible.
We take that back. No, don't. Freedom Fighters was garbage.
You take that back. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. I'm incorrect. It was trash. Oh, boy.
But yeah, I like the Uncharted stories, and this is probably the best one. It was a really good game at the time. It's one of the best games they had.
Okay.
I gave it 19 out of 27 stars.
Ooh, big spender. 49.
Wait, 16, 15, 19?
I thought he said 15.
No, I said 16.
It's 40.
All right, 40.
So it's
50.
even 50, which is one less than what we gave Uncharted, the first one. Drake's Uncharted, I guess.
Sounds right.
I think it's better than the first one, but
I couldn't tell you.
Well, that's it. We did it. We got through Uncharted 2
All right.
Among Thieves. Although I would say it probably is one of the best sequels I've ever played
Yeah.
out of any game.
Yeah, I'd say it's good for a sequel.
Let's go ahead and move on to our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Classic Wrestling Finisher Law.
Ding, ding, ding. Woo!
Hey, ref. Every week.
that was the best one.
Every week we ask Dr. Syintist for a 100% guaranteed classic wrestling finisher, and he never disappoints us. So this week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got?
Well, we got the finishing move of Bill Goldberg, who you may remember also played football before he became a professional wrestler.
It's definitely a meathead.
Yeah. You remember him? He had like a record for being the most unbeaten champion. Whatever.
He had no
Doesn't matter.
neck. I remember he was
Yeah,
big
yeah.
fucking.
But his finishing move was the jackhammer. Now, if you can pull this off in a street fight, you're definitely going to win.
Are you going to kill somebody?
Yeah, no,
Possibly.
probably not.
All right, good.
It's not as bad as other ones.
Well, then you heard it here first. Go,
Yep.
go do it.
So this lock of the
He
week,
sees.
as described in the Pro Wrestling Wiki, is the wrestler applies a front face lock, which is what basically lift them up like a suplex straight up in the air,
Okay.
Sure.
and you hold them there, and then you kind of like drop and twist at the same time, so you land on top of them.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the wrestler begins to drop the opponent to the mat, and they will twist to fall face down on top of the opponent, and it goes right into pin. And
That's a good move.
yeah, if you can pull it off, I don't think it's going to kill somebody. It'll definitely hurt.
No, yeah, just slamming it back on the ground.
Yeah.
You falling on top of him probably hurt more. At least me falling on top of him.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a pretty simple finisher. It's no 3D.
It's good looking.
It's good looking. It's called the jackhammer.
I didn't know it had a name.
Yeah.
It's good to know. You all right, Scotchy?
I wondered what he was waiting for.
I don't know.
I guess you're waiting for me. All right. The classic wrestling finisher of the week is the Jackhammer by Bill Goldberg. Did he go by another name, or was he just always Goldberg?
He was always Goldberg from what I can remember.
Who was Gold
remember.
Dust?
Gold Dust was
Dusty
Dustin Rhodes.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah,
because Dusty Rhodes was his dad. And it sounds more like a drug addict, but
Like in It's Always Sunny when when Mac was hanging out with Dusty.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like our third. Anyway, let's go to our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps. Would you rather?
Huh?
Ooh.
Hey, ref.
Every week we get together, we think about a would you rather question, and then we ask Sir Chump Slap, would you rather pick one or the other? And he has to explain which one he wants to do. So this week, got a real thinker for you.
Ooh. Thinker, not a stinker.
Probably both.
All right, you ready?
Bring it.
Would you rather always be 20 minutes late for important events or always be 2 hours early to everything else?
So
What?
So not important events?
So important events, I'd be on time, but everything else, I'd be 2 hours early?
Exactly.
Even work? Or is that an important
Ooh.
event?
It's not important at all.
Yeah. You're just making food for old people.
I hate being late.
But everybody else is even later, usually, though.
I know, but I could take a nap. I could sleep anywhere. So if I'm early someplace.
So what you're saying is you can get a 2-hour nap before everything.
Yeah. And be there ready to go.
But you'd have to be early to work, too.
That's too early.
20 minutes early for important events? Eh.
You said 2 hours.
Yeah, work's not important.
20 minutes early, or no, sorry, yes. Always be 20 minutes late for important events and on time everywhere else, or always 2 hours early to everything and on time for important events.
Yeah, but he's saying he had to be 2 hours early for work.
Oh, I do have to be 2 hours early for everything. Ugh, fuck. Like, what kind of important events? Are we talking about? Like weddings, funerals?
You could be late to those.
Jury duty.
No, you can't be late to that.
Exactly.
Various appointments and business meetings? I don't know.
No,
I'm sure you do
I'll
a
be
lot of
I'll be
meetings.
2 hours early to everything. I don't fucking care. I don't want to be late. I don't want to piss people off before I even show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not my thing.
I hear you. So you're going to be on time, as you normally are for all your important shit, and everything else that really doesn't matter, you're going to be 2 hours early.
Late.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, early.
So I guess I got to go to bed 2 hours early. That'll be 7
So
o'clock.
I'd be like, hey, do you want to run to Chipotle? And you'll be like, yeah, dog, I'll be there.
It's like, when do you want to run? About in an hour. Well, I'm there already.
All right.
Yeah, that I guess. I mean, I can find ways to entertain myself if I have to.
Well, let's say, the people out there, they had a whole bunch of great ideas of ways that you could entertain yourself while you're sitting there waiting for 2 hours for literally everything in your life. Where would they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
Well, when you say it like that, send it to plottytime@gmail.com. I got plenty of time to read it, apparently.
Perfect. And if people have a whole bunch of videos that they put on their social media and they wanted to share them with us, where they're trying out these classic finishing wrestling moves, where would they send that to, Dr. Scientist?
Oh, that would be sweet.
I would be.
I would love to see that. At Plotty Time on Instagram, Twitter, and Gab.
Awesome. Perfect. And if you want to really help us out, go to YouTube, like and subscribe on there. You can listen to our podcast while you see a nice little waterfall. Nice little waterfall.
Yeah. And
Pretty
why don't you rate and review?
And
on
comment,
something.
like, share, and subscribe.
And
Definitely.
do
Especially
all
on
those
Gab.
things. Yeah. We definitely need some new followers.
Well, that'll do it for us. So get out there, play some games. Don't trust Dr. Scientist. We'll talk to you later.
Peace.
Peace.
I got pissed so bad.
Cool.